Hello! April has been kind of like a rebirth for me, as corny as that sounds. The beginning of this year was full of a lot of change in a very short amount of time, to say the least. But April finally feels like a month where I've gained some stability and I've kind of come back into myself. It feels good to be back. Anyway, that being said, I have 3 categories of favorites to cover today. I know in most like favorite kinds of videos it's like clothes, makeup, and other products, and I'm not really big on consumerism, so my 3 categories are music, shows, watchables, and habits. Let's start with music, shall we? Number 1 is Wash My Sins Away by Berlioz. When this album first came out, I listened to it on repeat, and even now I still do. However, specifically this song, it's been my shower anthem, which, yes, wash, shower, yeah. I'm big on like doing things really intentionally, and to me, this is like my little shower ritual that I do. I do it to feel like I'm getting like a really deep spiritual cleanse in the shower. And I know this sounds crazy, hear me out. It's just like, yes, wash it all away. Wash away yesterday, wash away the night out. Wash My Sins Away by Berlioz. Next song is Stars Are Blind by Paris Hilton.
Don't mind spending some time just hanging here with you. Maybe I'm perfect for you. Oh no, even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine. Baby, I'm perfect for you.
I found the song through a drag performance, and I've loved it ever since. It's pretty, realistically, it's pretty unserious. I actually didn't know that Paris Hilton like had bangers like that. Like, okay Paris, I see you, queen. But to me, this is like a getting ready song, posing in the mirror vibes, applying lipstick very glamorously. It's very like glam girl glam, which honestly, is probably what you would expect from Paris Hilton. Like, let's be so for real. Number 3 is Waltz for Koop by Koop.
We never seem to find peace of mind away from the sun, and we've only just begun.
I've recently been on a deep dive for like eclectic underground early 2000s tracks. It started with me listening to the entire album Rudy by Basement Jaxx. Love Basement Jaxx. Basement Jaxx, shout out. I just wanted to find some adjacent artists or albums, and I stumbled across this album by Koop. This track is my first sip of coffee song, if that makes any sense. I hear the intro and it just gives me chills, and it makes me want to slow down. It makes me want to stop and smell the roses and appreciate life. And the vocals are very like siren like and just kind of whimsical, and they kind of like, it just makes you feel like, at least for me, that's how that song makes me feel. It's very alluring. I'm a huge fan. Track number 4 in my favorites for this month is Bright Lights Bigger City by CeeLo Green.
I've been living for the weekend, but no, not anymore. 'Cause here comes that familiar feeling. that Friday's famous for. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Bright lights everywhere in the city.
I came across this song through a tarot reading on TikTok. Random. Real random. But this is my drive to work song. I listen to this song on the way to work. If you don't already know, I'm a DJ. So when I'm driving to work, it's like 10 p.m. Not 10, but like 9 p.m. Bright lights are out in the city, and it's like, it's this song, basically. It makes me feel important. It gets me hype. It's got fun lyrics. It's got an even better, like, big punchy synth, which I love, a big punchy synth. We getting bread, so we toast. CeeLo Green. I was not familiar with your pen game. Yeah, so if you want to feel like the main character, I suggest putting the song on and going for a night drive. It's fun. It's fun. I might just pee my pants. I'll be right back. Number 5 and our final song for April favorites is Windowlicker by Aphex Twin. Although Aphex Twin has over 700 released tracks, fun fact, many of which I love and adore, I actually haven't heard this one until recently. It was also discovered on my search for good early 2000s music. This album specifically came out, I don't know if it was an album or if it was just a single, but it came out in 1999, which is kind of around the time period that I was looking at. I enjoyed this track because you can really listen to it. This goes for a lot of Aphex Twin's music, but if you really listen closely, like, it's art. I mean, it's art. It's art. But since honing in my production skills, I try and really listen closely to the music that I listen to. This track is definitely a fun one to focus on. To be honest, I will forever wonder how this was made. Yeah, this is just a fun track to really, like, sit down and actually listen. And not just hear the music, but listen to the music. This song is also 6 minutes and 5 seconds long. So it really is an experience. Okay, that concludes the song portion. Definitely give those songs a listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, feel free to share music you've been listening to lately. I would love to listen, personally. I always love finding new music. So feel free. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. That being said, we're moving on to the shows / watchables. Watch. Slows. Wow. Up next. That being said, now we're moving on to the shows and watchables portion. I actually don't watch very many shows or movies. I'm not like a big show and movie gal, but I am an avid YouTube watcher and doom scroller. I know. I am an avid YouTuber. What? YouTuber? I mean that too. But I'm an avid YouTube watcher and doom scroller. I'll admit it. I don't care. That being said, number 1 on our watchables is HTHAZE's album reaction videos. I just recently, like literally last night, watched his Jane Remover album reaction video. So good. First of all, Jane's music is just so good in general. So I got to enjoy the music. But also, HTHAZE, also known as Troy, is really funny. He gets up, he will dance along to the songs. He really looks into the lyrics, like he'll pull up the lyrics while he's listening. He takes the time to really appreciate the music. He'll even go sometimes into like a production breakdown, or he'll start freestyling on like his own instruments because he's just like lost in the sauce of the music, and I love it. He's been a favorite YouTuber of mine for like 2 to 3 years now. I've been watching him for a really long time. His videos just never miss. Like, they always land, they always make you laugh, they always give a proper appreciation of the music, in my opinion. So yeah, if you're a fan of album reaction videos, I highly recommend checking him out. Up next is another YouTuber, and her name is Natalie Red. Natalie Red inspires me a lot personally. She makes hyperpop beats, and she shares how she does it through like her Make a Beat With Me videos. Like, she doesn't name them all Make a Beat With Me, but she does, that's kind of like her channel. She'll do like Make a Beat With Me videos or Make a Beat With Me streams, and it's really nice just to see, especially for me as a female producer, like another female producer's workflow, especially because her and I are kind of inspired by the same like sonic influences like Pink Panthers and okie and Tiffany Day, and like that kind of hyper pop, girly pop sound. As far as I can tell, she does it like every single day, and she can whip those babies up in like 30 minutes to an hour. So personally, I hope to adopt some of that into my practice or my process as an artist. They say if you want a good EP with 5 songs, you need to make at least 15 songs, or at least 15 demos. I like that she makes beats at a high volume, and I'm also working on incorporating that into my practice. Now we're moving on to some shorter videos. I didn't go to Coachella, but I did stumble across the video of Addison Rae performing the Arcamarine remix. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen it, here it is. Holy smokes. I'll admit I'm not the absolute best dancer, but that video definitely motivated me to try and like start dancing more. The way she moves is just like so hypnotic and feminine and confident, and I really want to embody that energy one day when I'm on the big stage. One day. Not to mention her progression as a performer. Throwing all the flowers your way, Miss Addison, for that lovely, lovely performance. 10 out of 10. No notes. Last but absolutely not least, I don't know what side of the internet you are on, but on the side of the internet that I am on, there is an individual who has made gloves with fake nails, and they're like MIDI. It's like a MIDI controller with fake nails. So cool. I'll put their at and a video of it right here. How cool is that? Yeah, the person who made it is, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's Marku, I'm not sure. On TikTok and Instagram, they mentioned that they made it because it was hard for them to use their MIDI controllers with their nails, so they wanted to make some sort of an alternative, and that was the alternative that they made. It's really sick. To me, it's reminiscent of the Mimu gloves by Imogen Heap. Personally, I would love to learn how they made it. It's just really cool and really inspiring to see people, I mean, literally coding their own instruments. It's insane. It's amazing. It's amazing that people are doing these things. Sending love your way, random person on the internet. You are doing really cool things, and I admire you, and I think you're really cool and awesome. Finally, we have the Hobbits? The Hobbits? Where are the Hobbits? I'm not a Hobbit. Are you a Hobbit? Anyway, we have the Habits and Concepts section. These are just a random collection of habits that I've adopted to either help me stay grounded, add a little whimsy, or just make my life a little more fun. We'll start with the classic. Having a little treat. My little treat recently has been coffee between my gigs on Saturdays. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a DJ, and on Saturdays I play from 1 to 5 and also from 8 to 12. Because of that, it's really easy for Saturdays to just be like hustle, 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 grind, 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 work, work, work. But there's just no chance for a pause. So in order to give myself a little bit of encouragement, I've started to grab a coffee between my gigs. It's like my way of saying, you got this, to myself. A current favorite of mine is Nerve Coffee here in the RGB. Their vanilla lattes never miss. Always hits the spot. It's hard for me to not chug it all in like 5 minutes. I have to like ration it and make it last because it's just so good. I want to drink it all in one go, you know? Next one, we listen and we don't judge, okay? Okay. Dance cleaning. Now hear me out. You're cleaning, but it's a performance. For me, this looks like putting on my Me When I'm Kiwi playlist, which is just like the playlist I made of all of the songs or artists that sonically inspire me as an artist. And then I clean while listening to that. In my mind, I imagine I'm in a music video and there's cameras all around me. Now, to me, this is beneficial for several reasons, but the main two are, one, it helps me with stage fright, because one day when I am on the big stage, I can just tell myself, perform like you're cleaning at home. Perform like you're cleaning at home. I'm like, yeah, I've done this for years now. I can do this. I can perform. Easy money. I do get stage fright. So this is kind of a way to combat that, because I can just tell myself, do it like you're at home. And two, I start to clean quite efficiently. Like, something about the music and the dancing, like, it gets me in flow. Like, the cleaning happens and then It's fun and done. It's fun and done. And I know it sounds a little crazy, but try it sometime and see how you feel. See what it does for you. Maybe you enjoy it. Maybe it's a good little workout while you're cleaning, whatever it may be. Speaking of working out, the next one and the final one is running. So I actually really dislike running. My workout of choice is weights. I'm not big on cardio at all. But when I lift, I like to go to the gym like really early, like 6:30 a.m., 7. And because I'm in an industry that like never sleeps, my sleep schedule is not ideal. I'm really lucky if I wake up before 12. To fight against that, I've had to find ways to stay active without waking up so early in the morning. Since I'm starting so late in the day, I've had to find things that are like quick and easy to complete. Running's not easy, but completing the run, you know? For me, this is running. I go out for about 15 minutes, I run, I take a shower, and I call it good. This has been my sweet spot for staying active while also simultaneously trying to conquer the musical world. I probably won't adopt running as like a forever life habit or a hobby, like running 3+ miles just for fun. No, that's not happening. But it fills the place that I need it to in my life. The running, it does the job. Anyway, those were my April favorites. If you listen or watch or try any of the things that I talked about in this video, let me know how it goes or what you think. I would love to hear about it. I really would. I would really love to hear about it. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. And thank you. And if you didn't enjoy, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Much love. Besos y abrazos. Mwah. Peace out, Kiwi Scouts.